Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Video Game Madness 15. Before we get into this Grand Theft Auto 3 video, I want to thank you guys for us hitting 450 subscribers. It's awesome. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. We're getting closer to 500 subs, which means we're also getting closer to monetization, which is phenomenal. A lot of you guys may be wondering why I've been gone for so long and why I haven't really uploaded any videos. I screwed up my wrist here a couple of days ago, right around after I released the last GTA 3 video. I got like really stupid, really mad, having a bad day. And apparently I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I hit a wall. Instead of my fist, I just hit like with the palm thing or whatever. Apparently I hit way too hard, and I don't know if you guys could see it or not, but cut myself right there. And I'm lucky I didn't get the vein at all. But it was bleeding really bad. I had to use like almost 3 freaking towels to get that taken care of. But in other news or parts or whatever, another reason why I was away was because my aunt had actually passed away now. If you guys haven't seen or watched my videos, I've been talking really about my aunt and how she hasn't really been in the best shape, and how she's been into like the last few moments of her life or whatever. So I was going to be away for all that too. But we're here, we're back today. We're going to try to go on with this video. One more thing I will say that will be included in this video is the Marty Chunks missions. I forgot to do those missions. Initially, I meant to do the Marty Chunks missions before the Salvatore missions, like before we got exiled there and everything. But because, one, I forgot about the missions, which that's on me, and two, because of the like time constraints that we had during that video, we just decided to do the Salvatore mission. So in this video, we're going to have Azuka missions. We're going to have these Marty Chunks missions, because I found a way to still get those completed, and it will be a whole thing. But anyways, just wanted to thank you guys for your support for this channel, and again for us hitting 450 subscribers. We're getting closer, baby. But with that said, we'll see you guys in the video. Alrighty, we are here, so let's go handle our business here with Azuka. You know, on the last video, we took out Salvatore Leone. We burned the bridges on that front. As I mentioned with the last video, sorry that it was like 17 minutes. Time constraints really had us bunched down, but what are you gonna do?
Salvatore's death comes as pleasurable news. You're an efficient killer. I like that in a man. Ah, this is my brother, Kenji.
Asuka has a little job for you, but when you're done, drop by my casino and we can talk.
Just like Kenji, always trying to play with my toys. My police source indicates that the Mafia are watching our interests around the city in a bid to track you down. We cannot continue our operations until they are dealt with. Take out these spying fools and end this vendetta once and for all.
Alright, so let's take out the last remaining parts here for Salvatore's gang. Really at this point, again, this is another problem. I may have mentioned it in the last video or a couple of videos back, but I feel like after we would take the Salvatore guys out here for this mission, they really should have stopped spawning. And the only reason that I would like say that is because we killed the Don. Even though in terms of like the leadership within the Mafia, when the Don dies, the next person in line would basically take over for the gang, that being whether it be Joey Leone, Salvatore's son, or a capo such as Tony Cipriani. But I just feel like, because the problem with this game is that by the end of it, everybody's pissed off at you and everybody wants blood, and you're safe nowhere on the map. It would have been nice if, you know, there were some spots where the enemy gangs would just be taken out as a whole, and it would be safer for us, the player. And I think that's something that Rockstar has actually gotten right after this game, because, you know, they took care of that issue for, I believe Vice City they did. I know for Vice City Stories they took care of that problem. A little bit of the, maybe Liberty City Stories, I haven't played it in a while. And then, again, with San Andreas too, once you take out all the gangs within the gang wars, you really never have to do them again. So, it really would have been nice here. And that could have been something that the Definitive Edition actually could have taken care of. But no! Rockstar was like, nah, we're just gonna let Grove Street Games fuck up our beloved title. You know? It's like, fuck the fans. We don't care about them. We care about money. That's why we've spent like 13 years into Grand Theft Auto Online. God, I've really turned to hate Rockstar over the years. And it's sad, because they're really one of my favorite gaming companies out there that have made games that are really just my childhood. Alright, but here we go. We got 2 more of these clones left. Oh god. I just got shit. No. Alright, hang on. Cha-boom. We got it, ladies and gentlemen. First try. There's never any doubt whatsoever. Alright, I'm going to pick up the package. And then I'm going to go find a car. And then we'll get back to dealing with Azuka Kassen. And hope for the best. Okay, here we are. We are back. Also, too, I do have a rant that I need to really go off the rails on. But I will do that after we get done with this little cutscene over here. So let's get into it. What we got? Paparazzi Purge. Don't remember this.
A reporter has been nosing around. Marie and I have taken a little holiday together until you can get rid of this perverted voyeur. He's probably out in the bay as you read this. Steal a police boat and sink his career.
Alright. So, I believe it was like a couple of days ago, or whatever, this really good YouTube channel that I've actually tuned into called, and I hope to dear God don't slaughter the channel name. I believe it was like Doug the Dog 6, made a video talking about GTA 5 and whether it's overhated or overrated. And, you know, it was like a 2-hour long video. And I watched it, listened to some of the points and whatnot. And then I gave, like, my honest to God opinion, my take on whether it's overhated or just overrated. And I'll be honest, I don't think the game gets enough hate as what it really should. Because since the release of the GTA 5 and the cancerous GTA Online, we really haven't gotten a new GTA game in 13 years. On top of that, you know, the GTA Defective Edition, which a lot of people could say, oh, that's Grove Street Games. But Rockstar were the ones that were stupid enough to give their beloved title away to them to work on in the first place, when they could have said, no, we'll do this ourselves at some point. And then, you know, the microtransactions with the shark cards and the GTA Plus, and also going back to Red Dead Redemption 1, trying to call it a remaster when it was a port, and then charging people full price for it, when it really should have just been like a $20 or $30 game tops. You know, all this stuff is really why Rockstar, in so many ways, are no better and just as shitty as the company of EA, Electronic Arts, and Ubisoft. And there was one comment that I had seen a while ago that was like, true words could not be said, or something like that. And then there was this jackass, right, that says a guy who doesn't have a PC. And I'm like, what the fuck does a PC have to do with the game being dog shit? Like, I don't care if you have to use a PC to use GTA 5 or any of that other stuff. GTA 5 is a garbage game in a lot of ways. And I mean, sure, maybe a lot of people's like first title, I mean, like, okay, I mean, it all has to start somewhere. But if you've played any of the previous Grand Theft Auto games, you know that it's leagues better than that crap. And, you know, I was, like, trying to bring that point along, and then this dude was like, well, you can't say anything because you don't have a PC, blah, 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 blah.
It's my handsome handyman. Maria's all tied up at the moment, but I'll tell her you called.
Who's that, Asuka? You know, I know I've been a naughty girl, but I really need to pee, okay?
It's time you met our man inside the LPD. Here's a payment for the last little job he did for us. He is understandably cautious. Get to the payphone in Torrington as quick as you can and await his instructions.
And anyways, kind of going back before we got into the cutscene, it just really pisses me off that, you know, people like find ways to defend the problems really within the game and whatnot. Again, like I said, I understand if a little bit if it was like your first GTA game because, you know, it's all different. But also, you know, giving stupid comments like, oh, it's because you don't have a PC. It's just asinine. I mean, don't you guys think that saying something like that is really asinine? You guys definitely let me know, because the biggest problem, I would say, with PC and the PC players and whatnot, and no hate to you guys if you use the PC or whatever, like, this ain't targeting you guys by any means, but a lot of people, when they have a PC and whatnot, they think that, oh, they're so high and mighty because they spent thousands of dollars on a PC just to get, you know, higher frame rates. Ooh, ah. Like, you know, the gamers today are so fucking greedy when it comes to frame rates and expecting 60 FPS for games when we've really never fully seen that actually happen, except for those who, you know, play on, again, on PC. So, you know, it just grinds my gears, man. Alright, but anyways, enough with the rant. Let's try and get back to this mission here. And let me be the first off to say, I really don't like this mission. I really just don't. Oh. Alright, we'll get to the Fallen Liberty campus. Wait a minute. Why is that still blinking? What the hell is going on? What the? Alright. Maybe I'll have to try and go to, like, the next location or something, but you're trying to shoot it, maybe? To get it to work? I don't know what the hell's going on, because after you show up to that payphone, there's another... Someone stole my fucking car. There should be, like, another location that should be popping up. It's over at that Liberty campus area by the construction site. And apparently it's not popping up. So it's making me think and or wonder if maybe this mission is actually glitched the fuck out. If it is, we might have to fail it and try again, which I don't want to do. I don't care for this mission. It's very on the nose. Yeah, it's nothing. I didn't even hear the bell or the phone booth go off. So our game's fucking glitched. Great. Nice. I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're probably gonna fail this mission on the first try. So what I'm gonna do is going to retry this mission, get back to where we were on that last phone booth, and try again. So yeah. Pardon me for the interruption, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to stop by right here to say, if you guys like what you are seeing so far and you really want to help this channel out, go check out our Patreon. It's linked down in the description below. You get things like movie reactions, exclusive gameplay, of games and whatnot. I know I've kind of been away with Patreon for a little bit, but we're going to get back into it. We're going to get more consistent again. We'll also do reaction to movies, maybe some shows. We'll see how it goes. But any of your guys' support, it really helps. I know that Mafia the Old Country is coming out in at least 19 days. So any help that you guys can give, it means the world to me. Even if you guys are just watching these videos and you guys can't get the Patreon, I still thank you guys. I still appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. But if you want to send a little extra help our way or a little bit to further support the channel, definitely feel free to go check out our Patreon. And I will see you guys back in the video. Alright, here we go again. Second attempt here. Hopefully it's not glitched out again. I really don't know what the hell happened. Okay, yeah, that's taken care of. Okay. Now it's working. I really don't know what the hell happened. I'm just as dumbfounded. Maybe like I hit a glitch or something. Maybe I clicked a button wrong, or I don't know. Have you guys ever came across that issue before? Because I have never dealt with that glitch or whatever the hell that was. But anyways, so let's get out right here. Okay, we could still beat this mission. I'm sure. I'm positive. Alright. The last spot here, we got a minute 20 seconds. Alright, let's do it. We still got all the time in the world to make it from here to there. We just gotta keep this car intact for the most part. And then, once we get there, we can go on. We'll go see, Ray, what's his last name? Machowski, I believe. Yeah, that's why I think his name is, it's like Ray Machowski or something like that. And I mean, chronologically, you first meet him in LCS, but... Alright. Let's go find this guy in the toilets. And that's very, very weird. Very creepy. I hope I don't get my ass kicked or, you know, anything like that. You know, I'm just trying to keep the peace. Make some money. Hopefully get lucky enough to take out that biatch, Catalina.
You must be Azuka's new errand boy. You got the money? Is it all here? I know what you're thinking. Another bent cop. Well, it's a bent world. Just because I lost a few partners, those suckers from Internal Affairs have started sniffing around. Reckon they can smell me. Well, this city is one big open sewer, but I'm gonna need some non-union help. And if you're interested, you know where to find me.
Alright, so right there we got another mission thing that's going to be available, but I want to finish Azuka out, and then we'll get to Kenji, and then Ray Machowski, so we don't skip or miss any more missions, so... Okay, here we go, the last mission for Azuka. And you know what I just realized? We are a week away from the release of Mafia the Old Country. I genuinely don't know if I can get this or Outlast done in time for that game. I know when that game comes out, I actually want to do like a video playthrough for it instead of a live stream playthrough. But we'll see how it goes.
Our source in the police has informed us that one of our drivers is a strangely animated undercover cop. He's more or less useless out of his car, so we've tagged it with a tracer. Make him bleed.
Okay. And I know that that's a reference there to the Driver series, because of some guy named Tanner or something that gets like made fun of a lot. Which, I've only played one Driver game, and that, as you guys have seen, was Driver Parallel Lines. Which, apart from some of the frustrating moments, I like to think it's a good game. But, anyways, as I was talking about with the Mafia series and whatnot, with it only being a week away before that releases, I don't know if I'll get to this in time. And I do know that with Mafia the Old Country, I want to do a video playthrough of that. and then want to do the same thing for Mafia Definitive Edition. I want to go back to that again, as well as Mafia 2. And initially, I wanted to do Mafia Definitive Edition, Mafia 2, then the Old Country. But I'm thinking it would be smarter, anyway, to do Old Country, Mafia Definitive Edition, then Mafia 2. Only because Mafia the Old Country is a prequel, and it gave me a reason to go back to, the games and everything. Although, to be fair, I don't know, or really, let me rephrase that, I don't think I'll do Mafia 3, only because of how repetitive and shitty that part of the game is. Even though it has, like, a really good story, it's just too damn repetitive. So, that could be something that we probably won't do. But we'll have to play it out, just see how it all goes. Yeah. Alright, I completely forgot all about Marty Chunks, so we need to get this completed. And I know a safe way to get all this taken care of without, shotgun hell.
The name's Chunks, Marty Chunks. I run the bitchin' dog food factory around the corner. I got money troubles, but hey, who doesn't, right? I'm meeting my bank manager later. He's a crooked bastard that keeps bumping up the loan repayment so he can cut a slice. Take my car, pick him up, and bring him back here. I got a little surprise for that blood-sucking leech.
Alright. And I will say this, Marty Chunks is one crazy dude. But I don't mind these missions, only because they pay decently, at least to me. I also saw some here not too long ago, and I don't know how to feel about it. If any of you guys are NFL fans or football fans, there's been talks about the Washington Commanders going back to the Washington Redskins. And I know that I understand both sides. I understand why people don't want it back, and I also understand why other people want it back to an extent. And it's kind of been like this on and off thing ever since they've had like a name change. But where I stand on the issue is this, right? And this is my general opinion. And a lot of you guys may disagree with it, and that's absolutely fine. But I had, family members of Native American heritage, and they, always rooted back when Washington was like the Redskins or whatever, because it helped like their heritage or whatever in a way. It was like, I don't remember what they called it, but it was like they gave them hope, you know what I mean? And if you look through all the history and what the Native Americans have like gone through, having their land taken right out from under them, being, pushed and shoved to basically obscurity, like, I understand. And I also understand that, that the commissioner or whoever that had the name made in the first place was, like this racist, bigot piece of shit. And with that, I understand why people don't want Washington to change their name back to how they were. To me, I would just say leave it up to the family involved with it. And if they say it's okay to bring it back, just make sure, hey, we get our fair share of, like, royalties or whatever, since this is part of our family or whatever as well, then okay. But if they say no, then that's something that people just have to respect. I don't know, what's your guys' thoughts on the whole thing or whatever? Because, like I said, I'm mixed on the whole thing. When it comes to that, it just brings in too much politics. And you guys know me with the whole politics and religion. I try my best to stay uninvolved with that load of bullshit as much as possible. But, alright, we got this done. We need to go back to see Marty and continue. Okay, here we go. We are back. Let's go handle our business. What we got today, Marty? The thieves.
I hired some thieves to break insurance as you do. The thieving bastards are threatening to tell the insurance company if I don't give them a cut. Can you believe it? I left the car inside the factory gates. Use it to go pick them up from their turf in the red light district. Then bring them back to the factory so I can make them see Marty's point of view.
Alright, well, let's go find these guys. Let's take them, and they can go visit Marty, and they can die and end up being, you know, dog food. Alright, here we go. Let's try and get ourselves on in. Alrighty, let's get a move on. Go and meet the thieves. Well, why don't I? We can go, we can take care of them, and then, who knows, maybe we can get paid very well. I say 10 grand. What do you guys think? I'm not sure what we get paid off of this mission, but it'd be nice. Alright, get in. I said get in. Faster, faster. What am I paying you for? Alright. Take her back to the bitchin' dog food. Let's do it. Alright, nice and easy. Okay. Thank God the Triads here in this game don't have shotguns, and it's only the, Leone's men. Because that would be hell. Having almost all the enemies have shotguns and then worry about shotgun hell wherever you go. Yee. Bye-bye.
Easy there, partner. Whoa, put it down. Come on, put it down.
Well, they're taken care of. Alright, get the curry sprayed to get rid of any evidence. You got it. Alright, let's go. Nice, easy, simple. Let's see what we can do here. Again, these missions are probably one of the most easiest out of the entire game. Which is nice, because considering that the hell that we had to go through back in the Salvatore Leone video on just trying to get him killed, that was a nightmare. It should not have taken me 4 different tries to take him out. When, like I mentioned in that video, I have never failed that mission before until that video. But here we go, we are back over here. Let's handle our business. Why am I yawning? I went to sleep at a perfectly decent time. I woke up nice and early, 11:30 instead of being up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Man. I feel like for the first time in a while I'm starting to slowly get my sleeping regimen back intact. For the most part. Alright, here we go. Now, we will have to pass some time before we do the next Marty Chonks mission. Because I don't think it's ringing right now. No, it's not. So, I'm going to go save, and then we'll be back here to finish this up. And then that'll be it for the video. Alright, here we go. The last 2 or 3 missions. I'm pretty sure it's just 2. But we'll just go for it here. The wife. Yeah, 2 missions left.
The business is gonna go under unless I get a hold of some serious cash soon. My wife has an insurance policy, and all she's ever been to me is a hole in my pocket. I've left the car in the usual place. Go and pick up my wife from Classic Nails and bring her back to the factory.
Alright. Well, here we go. I'm hoping to get also back to a Outlast livestream, because I feel like we're getting close to the end. And to be honest, I do want to get done with it so we can move forward and get going. I forgot what I was doing right there for a second. Kind of got sidetracked, but I want to really get that done so we can figure out really what we're going to do after that. Because there are still... I'm really feeling in terms of sports, and I'm not going to touch really any of these newer games, at least for now, unless they're like super duper on sale or whatever, because new sports games now are all fucking garbage. Except for NBA Live 19. I've actually had a lot of fun with that game, all things considered. And because I do like a little bit of basketball, I don't watch it a whole lot as I should. But it could be something that we could do in the future, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, it better be quick, because I have to get my hair done.
Alright. You want to go get your nails done? Too damn bad! You're going to see Marty. Pay him. And not pay him through well, no, because he would have to pay child support. Well, I mean, no more child support for him, then. Alright. Let's go. Let's, you know, take care of the situation here. Chup, chup. Alright, here we go. Got it. We're here. Alright, Marty. Get her! Look at her going casually. In the mind, she's thinking, oh, what am I going to find my husband doing?
Hattie.
Stop!
And she did. Just like that. Now I gotta dump this in the water. Which, being honest, I think it's kind of stupid. Like, just, why don't you just, like, blow up the car yourself? That makes a lot more sense. It's a lot more easy. You don't have to worry about drowning and losing your weapons and dying. But no! It's fine, though. We're here, we're close to the area, so it's fine. I mean, I really can't complain. Although there's a movie that I really, really need to see or check out at some point. One of those being Happy Gilmore 2. Although I'm really hesitant on that. And another film, it's actually a Tom Cruise film, Risky Business. I have never seen that movie before. I mean, I haven't really watched a whole lot of Tom Cruise, but there have been like some movies where I have tuned into, like for example, The Outsiders, Top Gun sequel, Minority Report, which that actually was a pretty good film. Oh, here we go. Lava.
Damn, I'm in trouble. Turns out my wife was seeing some guy I owe money to. He's got real angry, and he's looking for payback. I've agreed to see him. He thinks I'm gonna pay him off, but my guess is Liberty's dogs are gonna get yet another flavor this month.
Alright. We gotta go see her Lava from Mr. Lava Lava. Because they call him Mr. Bombastic. And you tell me it's fantastic. Alright, but anyways, you know, that's a movie that I've heard so many good things about, I just really haven't seen. I wasn't really a big fan of any of the Mission Impossible films. I find them as stupid as the John Wick films. I mean, if you think about it, the only reason that the John Wick films exist is because somebody killed his dog and, you know, went into a little pissy fit about it. And then fell into some rage and probably, you know, some PTSD. I don't know, I just always found the films really extremely stupid. Alright, here we go. Get in! I could take all that money right there because it's a truckload.
I'm gonna show that kid to me the word business.
But I'm not. For the sake of this video, it's already somewhat lengthy, and I do not want to make it any lengthier than what it needs to be. We're here to do a mission. A job. And then after this, we get to go through Kenji Kassen's missions. Which I don't remember whether or not I'm going to struggle from those or not. I don't think I will. But we'll have to see. Now, what happens here, it's really, really stupid. As you can see, Marty's out there. He could have just stayed in there and he could have taken this guy out, but nope.
Carl, hi. I need more time to get your money. But if you just step into my office...
It's far too late for that, Marty. You had your chance, but now I'm taking over the business. Asshole!
Alright. He gave me $4,000 for that, while I'm gonna shoot this guy out. Take this guy's money, take Marty's money, and I'll take this guy's money. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this video. If you guys like this video, give it a like. If you're new to the channel, consider liking, subscribing, turn on bell notifications. On the next video, we will be doing missions for Kenji Kassen. If you want to further support the channel, definitely go check out my Patreon page. The link for that will be down in the description below. So with that said, I will see you all next time. You guys have a wonderful day, amazing night. Bye, guys.